Going live right now. Hey, listen, man. You gotta hear this funny situation. Listen, the funniest situation in life. I want to tell you this. Now, I'm gonna tell you about the human anatomy and what I explained to you about soulmates, right? Okay, let me explain something. Let me see. Oh, hey, fine. Hey, pardon me, Bill. I wanted to tell you something real quick. There's something I'm making with my documentary. Imagine two people being soulmates, right? And then an individual at life says, say like an astrological empress. Say a man has a caretaker, then his caretaker has an idea of being with one of his empresses. A man explains to you the reason of a soulmate because they fit each other's humane condition because of the man that made like me, the creator, and then the wife, which is made empress, right? So if one man's a soulmate through all the paradigm of time, like because she has earth in her, so her humane condition is higher than another individual, especially if she's the celestial empress and they're dealing with cellular activity. Now, if she goes and wants to be with a caretaker, a man, the educator that made her, educated the caretaker that was a low level of her to regard her anatomy of her human condition at a level because of martial arts that she knew in a point of his time in existence, the reason I made my wife, and then she wants to be with a caretaker. So I'm supposed to die with the magic that I made is supposed to go to a waste because a person a lesser person wants to regard her so she could take advantage of other people and then kill herself because she's dying anyway because the man's naturally killing her. So does that make any sense of me wasting my time and my energy? Because if I give her atmosphere, it's time, days, the reasons of education before anybody even knows. So that just shows you a person can't be that stupid in life. But I'll be right back. We'll speak about that. I'll let you continue to say. I'm just being real. Like you imagine that, right? I'm not dying for no stupid bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. There's no way I'm a. Listen, man. Listen. If a person really wanted to know, look at this. You see outside? You see outside right now? Yo, listen. I am never dying for no stupid bitch. You hear what I'm saying? Because if I make existence, I'm not dying for nobody that's stupid because the energy in certain things wants to be wasted. You gotta be fucking stupid. I'm not, listen, man. You know, oh, man. The humane condition of individuals' mentality through existence, bro. Imagine that. Imagine that. Listen, man. You gotta think about that. You gotta imagine that because I'm not part of my language, but I'm not dying for no stupid bitch. And for some stupid nigga that want to, you gotta be real. You know. You ever thought about that? You ever thought about something like that? You ever thought about how real that situation is? I would never be dying for no stupid bitch. Like, you can't be no stupid bitch and then one individual to die because of stupid bitch. You gotta be one stupid bitch and one stupid nigga to want the emperor of all existence, me, raffling the real Ra, to die because another person's thinking about pussy and they want to have an affair. They manipulate. What caused the... Listen. Listen. I gotta go ask Bill this situation. You know, Bill, do you realize what I told you, man? I gotta ask you, Bill, I hope Bill realizes this. You know, Bill, let me ask you a question. Do you realize? I don't want to hear that. No, it's because what would be killing the Empress anyway? The stupid mentality. If the caretaker of the government is killing her.
You're part of that country. Generally, people won't want to talk about the weather or how the crops are going, the prices are low. Nobody wants to hear that shit. The farmers are all going broke.
You heard what I told you. You heard what it was about, though, right?
What about?
It was about, listen to this, my wife, right, is the real empress of this earth. Imagine if I have caretakers of the regardment of the reason of my land at a time. Say I'm recovering like what what's going right now, what's happening right now. I'm in recovery. So imagine
from what?
From a civil war. Now imagine if my wife manifests in the physical realm, because everybody wants to see my wife at a certain time. But then I'm hearing rumors like the caretakers that I have wants my wife to manifest like they want to be with my wife because they're concerned about sexual conduct in a certain way. But I'm hearing rumors like they say they want to be with my wife. And I'm saying, I'm looking at oxygen trees have a fingerprint, and I'm looking at the deterioration in other states of certain other human conditions, and I have caretakers. So if I see deterioration happening, and then my wife manifests, and my wife telling me, or she creeping around saying, "Oh, I want to be with you," she's at work in a higher realm in the physical reality. This is why people have to learn their science, so when she manifests in the physical, so they won't be astonished or amazed over what's going on or something. So I educated people, but for a certain time, for certain things, and then I'm hearing this, my caretaker wants to be with my wife like they're creeping around. I'm walking around looking at her humane condition to make sure everything's okay. After recovering, I see certain things happening, and then I hear things like this, like she wants to go creep around. Then I say, how is that possible? How am I being stupid already? Like she's dying, and then why am I recovering in the paradigm, and I'm inside a plane? And I'm like, yo, you want to know something? If my kids hear this, my kids are going to want to murder everybody. My other caretakers hear this, they're going to want to murder everybody because certain caretakers don't know what's going on with certain people. So then I'm like, yo, you want to know something? If my wife wants to creep around with somebody, what's killing her already? Because I see if she got an affection and then she's talking crazy to me, she wants to think crazy, she want to be with somebody lesser than her, that can't even maintain my kids, that would embarrass the dignity of my children and the reason of my other caretakers at a place. Like, what would be killing her humane condition like that? Would it be the individual that wants to be with her? And then on top of it, what's killing her? So if she manifests in the paradigm of time, she sees she dying and passing out or certain things, or getting sick or growing old or something. She never grew old with me. She was always young. So what killed her is a paradigm. The person that manipulated her, but what was that person doing? If it was a caretaker. Because if the caretaker is supposed to be regarding her human condition, because the reason why I couldn't do something is because I'm recovering off of something so serious, so what killed her? It had to have been the caretaker. So it was a person that didn't care about human condition, that was concerned about the wrong thing when it came to anatomy, even when it came to their own sacredcy of the reason of them being a caretaker. You understand what I'm saying? Because their mentality killed them. Because of other social influence. You understand? She got to be smart. I'm not there because I don't like stupid people, and I don't want to go through things with other people. They have to realize what they're doing, because I'm not going to be embarrassed because of a person's mentality. I'm not going to let my wife be embarrassed because of a person's mentality. I'm not going to let the people I educated be stupidity or embarrassed because of what somebody's doing. They got to really think of what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you kill your human condition of a planet of yourself, what are you doing? Because your own planet reflects even a point of enlightenment for the reason of your sacredcy. You understand? So it doesn't make no sense killing your planet and killing yourself. You understand? Because the planet is dependent on a man's honesty of the reason of the enlightenment. But we're speaking of this is why anatomy. You understand what I'm saying? We're speaking. Oh. Wow. Wow. You understand that? For real. can't believe something like that. Like, you know, a chick that said that and already went around with people, she's already stupid. So any move she making was already wrong. Everybody's gonna know. And I'm not dying for no stupid bitch. Another person doesn't want to, them other men don't want to hear that when a man is speaking education to individuals. Yeah, I got nothing else to say, man. I'm just gonna show you the date and time. It's kind of sad, man. It's sad that I'm coming from recovery in all type of situations and stuff, and telling a man a certain type of situation, and then people just want to make sure what's going on with me. This stupid bitch. You hear that stupid bitch?
Only the nation's finest brands. Sealy Fox Orthopedic, Stearns and Foster, and Tempur-Pedic.
Plus, you get a free mattress for 129
Shut
love
up,
you.
man. It's a bitch with Rover and all type of shit. Man, your Wonder Woman ass, people that try to switch up their voice listening, the niggas listening to some guy speak that, on the altar it says leads, and then some guy speaking in all type of situation on the television, and then I'm explaining something to individuals for their consciousness of the horizon of their consciousness. I'm the real Rada Real Osiris. Oh man, you imagine that. My wife, yo, listen, there's no way a man gonna tell me they wanna see my wife. It's like Scorpion King. Oh, we do this thing for the sorcerer, for she can sorcerer, she can sauce and for they can nibble and sauce on Ra. But some people being cryptic because they wanna see us make love, and then another person saying they wanna strengthen their anatomy, and another person just want pussy because other niggas got certain mind, they don't know what's going on a certain type of way. And then a man sitting there like, oh really, with the Empress? Let me go check what you do over there. Oh, you want the Empress? You don't give a fuck. You telling me it don't matter what I'm saying. Where's the Empress? You question me about the Empress at the time. You don't care about what's going on with me that made the Empress. Oh, yo, listen, listen. In that movie, the original movie, Scorpion King, that's not the original movie. You gotta see the real original movie of the situation, why the situation. Oh, man. You imagine that, man? Oh, nigga look at Sasa. Nigga took it when I was Nimrod. Niggas like, we doing this to the Empress of Sasara. Because I have, there's a story even in ancient China during the times of Babylon that, it tells you about the wolf hollering, and then the bird like a dove. And my wife, every once in a couple of years and centuries, we have a chance to be together only for like a split second. We can't even be together that long. But the reason why is that because my wife has to manifest in the physical reality to acknowledge individuals of the human condition, and then she has to go back into the physical, metaphysical realm to be with the family. So it seems like a split second, but another person doesn't know the paradigm of time that she already has a paradigm of time in her. So it's like a split second for another person because another person's regarding and thinking about other points. So much other things because other points in life, you don't have many wives. So another person doesn't know how I do certain things and why I do certain things, the way I do certain things. And you think I'm going to leave my wife frivolously with somebody else doing stupid shit and just want to run around with stupid people that been all day been threatening. Listen to this. All day other men been threatening my wife, manipulating her human condition, causing her to be like a psychotic chick that just wants to murder everybody. Then they calm her down and try to make her fall in love and, oh, I'm doing this for you, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do this. And they pleasing her. And then all between that time before that is because the fact is they were going to take advantage of her. But when they see crunch time coming and a person that's responsible is going to really make it happen, I'm going to do this for you now, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get you this. And before, it was hostage, fuck you, while I'm doing this, or this, that, and the other. She screaming, ah, and, oh, no, man, you ain't hearing another nigga going through it. She taking gunshots for niggas, all type of shit, leering away shit. She got to manifest and be on some real military. Imagine a chick been at work all day, come home, and got to do, then she got to be, she got to be super about it. What she was doing before. She got to be even more super about it. She got to condition herself even more in the physical. And then she was already in the, imagine it. And then, I've been doing this all my life. I've been doing the same thing I'm speaking about longer than the astrological empresses. It was so real for me to put the earth in them and all type of. Yo, listen, you wouldn't even believe. Yo, man, I don't want to tell you what raising kids. My wife wanted to be more than the situation, and me having to reassure myself, and then for my wife, oh my God, wow. It was beyond amazing. It was like a time. It was like a time. One time, I remember one of these empresses I was with. She tried to come back in time when I was making her at a time, and she's gone. She's gone forever after that. She tried to come back in time when I was making her, and I was like, yo, what did you just do? My other wife called me. My wife went, my other wife went crazy. Yo, listen. You wouldn't even believe what happened. I can't even tell you the story. At that time, my nigga, my wife was, yo, I can't even tell you, my one wife, a person, yo, you wouldn't even believe which wife it was that did this. Another person was so amazed at what one of my wives could do. It was a wrap because I looked at that situation. My wife was like, "What did that chick just do? Oh my!" I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." I said, oh." Yo, listen, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know what twitch or itch you got, bitch. You're drinking. I don't even have to worry about that no more. What? Huh? You wouldn't believe what my nigga. It felt like, it was about to be a no holds barred season. Then, my nigga, in a paradigm, my nigga, there was a galactical war, and then it was leading up to a galactical war. I stopped that situation. Then it was mad times for a long time of happiness. You're beyond trillion, zillion, billion, quadrillion years of the golden years and love and happiness and just pure. It was just the most wonderful life in ever. No, and for a fact, always known because of man, you know me. I'm not no loud slouch nigga, so I made sure about that situation. What? Wonderful life. I was able to do so much other things living that life. Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. One little thing happened a certain type of way, it would have caused a certain type of thing. One little thing happened after quadrillions, zillions of years, and it caused a galactical. Yo, my nigga, a galactical war means war on so much levels of space that you would not believe, my nigga. Yo, my dude, if you knew what really, only certain people know, and people don't even speak about it no more. It's like it's just. It shouldn't even be thought about. That's how real it is. That's how real about it. You know, there was one. In life, it shows you how real it is. And you can see it. So don't worry about that no more. Another person doesn't want that type of outcome. You don't want to get a civil war's too much that leads up to a world war. That's already too much. If it goes higher than that situation, then I'm sorry. I guess we have to part ways because I can't be on no planet after that. Not even, it's so real, not even any of my caretakers can risk it. It don't matter how many votes and how much people they go see and try to do anything. People can't even risk that. Certain people have been doing certain things such a way, certain people want to do something, nobody could risk that type of situation. It's like, it doesn't make no sense because, people not dying for stupid people and stupid people that just spoiled in life that doesn't want to do the right thing that cause situations to be the way they are in a certain type of way. You don't gotta, listen, if you know about the human condition and the real science of the physical reality, I'm not telling you that. It's just like, oh, man. Anyway, man. Right. Yeah, it's just like that chicken. He's real minty. I was like, oh, real minty? Yo, the bitch, listen, in the dream, it looked like my dick was a fucking baby bottle. In the dream, it looked like my dick was a literal baby bottle. And to her in the dream, my dick was, you had to see it in the dream, my nigga. I woke up this morning, and then my dick was like a literal baby. I looked at my dick like, yo, damn, my crown heavy on my dick. I'm like, yo, damn, that shit looking like a baby bottle in this bitch mouth. Like, hold on, like somebody else, it's like this bitch is doing something somewhere else, but It's somebody. Probably this chick was, because sometimes, you know, my children want to acknowledge me. You ever seen the movie The Underworld? And if something happens in the humane condition, this is why I'm supposed to always have money because I gotta know about certain things, certain type of ways for individuals at a time. If something happens that's real serious and important, I actually get to view, like especially when it's dealing with the star beings, if they're in real danger at a time and they don't know what type of danger is in, and it's gonna lead up to like some extreme danger. They thinking, you know how a person thinks everything is okay and they're doing something, and then is not okay because what they did is what they didn't expect, what they did to themselves a certain type of way. And it seemed like, my dick was wonderful because, it was feeling like wonderful, but then I'm looking at a situation, but I'm like, yo, you could have thought, it was so funny. For a second there, I thought it was my wife that just wanted me to see something. But you have to see the Underworld Part 3 to know what I'm speaking about. I thought it was my wife that wanted me to see something, but for that type of situation to happen, that means somebody in their astrological tree is sick in a way. My wife wants me to view the situation before it gets out of hand. I was just thinking about the documentary I made about before this video, and before the video I made about the morning, explaining about Ragsdale's bleeding, sugar, me getting my dick so short. He said it was minty. I made another video on YouTube explaining about the vampiristic because something needs to be invented and prevented from happening, and to be refined in the astrological tree. I have to refine the astrological tree for individuals to be right in the human condition. But if I don't, it causes a vampiristic effect a certain type of way, and that's killing the astrological tree for real. A person can't live like that because that means the humane conditions, the higher consciousness is going out to a fade out. So when that fades out, that means it's not going to be able to sustain itself for a longer acknowledgement of time if an individual doesn't refine or revive or recover the astrological tree. Not revive, not really revive, but they have to refine the astrological tree sexually for the individual survival. It's not, it is a form of revive. It's a form of reviving because another person is dealing with I don't want to tell you, a man got to know about his human condition. So it is a form of it's like jump starting the astrological tree when it comes to the human condition. But while I was speaking about the girl Liv looking like I have the picture on my phone, on my other phone. Matter of fact, should I show you? Do I have it on this phone? No, it was on this phone. It was on this phone. Let me see. Anyway, let me show you. Let me show you what the chick is. Since I am making YouTube, I might as well make it broad public because she tried to invade Colombia and shit. For real, I'm not joking. This chick really tried to invade Colombia. Another person thinks it's a joke. It's not a joke. I'm serious about it. Another person, they probably don't care. I care. I care about my life. So, I don't know about another person. I'm hearing somebody like they panicking in the next room, like they don't want people to realize what I'm speaking about. Like somebody's around that knows what I'm speaking about, and they just lying to individuals a certain time. Oh, I got read it in there. I got read it in there. You see, look, I'm showing you some pictures of Colombia, but you gotta know what I was looking at. to know how serious I'm speaking about here. It was certain pictures of certain and something I was looking at a certain type of way dealing with Colombia, but because sometimes, it's wonderful because, I do certain things, but I was looking at other individuals in time that do certain things. But when I seen the chick picture, I was like, oh, wait a minute, this chick is not supposed to be in any martial arts or doing any type of form of she's not supposed to be doing any form of martial arts, human condition when it comes to the physical realities of martial arts. And then I knew it was in real danger at the time because when I seen short when I seen the chick, and this is something else, but when I seen where is how to see the other um so another person how serious what I'm speaking about is because another person will be lackadaisical and they won't pay attention to something. So anyway, if she's not on my phone, it's good. Whatever. She's she's dealing with like she was a Colombian chick, but I was looking at something with martial arts, dealing with Colombia, and then she was in a picture. Let me show you how she was. She was crouched down in a picture she was crouched down in a picture like her foot. You know how you do lunges. You know how a person does lunges. She was in a lunge position, and her ear was to the floor, all the way to the floor, and then she had her elbow opening her shorts like she was giving rats passage. And then what I'm looking at is a Colombian martial arts, and then I remember watching this martial arts movies, and this chick, she literally this dude in a martial arts movie. It was individuals that was like in Germany. It looked like they had old Vietnam uniforms, but they looked like Russian soldiers, like old Russian soldiers with Vietnam uniforms, but Russian soldiers and stuff, right? But they were Asian, and they were in like some Shaolin temple or something. It was a wonderful movie. It was starring Jet Li, and his wife, and other type of things. And they went to some restaurant or something, and then while he was in the restaurant sitting at the table with the guy, you know, it ended up in a gunfight and stuff. Like Jet Li situation was so serious that when he was going there with his wife, he gave his wife a gun. This is like a legal term. He gave his wife a gun. I said, oh shit. I said, oh, hey, you want to know something so funny? Look at this. This is the most funniest. Look what this shirt says. I love this shirt, but look what this shirt says. This note is a legal tender for all debits, public and private. Huh? A person says you gotta really regard this because you know revised note. Revised note. So another person already ahead of time. You know, you see what it says in this shit, right? July for a man that gave a man I gave in the American independence, so for their education because they wanted to go to the future. So I felt it was time for individuals to know about higher consecration of for their education. So I gave American independence before when the first tragic event during the Galactical War when the astrological empress was wounded at a time. I had to go literally save her life. So at the time I just finished educating. I gave Haiti the independence because the individuals that was residing in Haiti because there was a martial arts that was done in the stars on a the high astrological consciousness, and it was a galactical war, or some Star Wars and other galactical war. I had to literally come and give America, the Earth, Asia, because America's a part of Asia. I had to literally resuscitate Asia because I'm the real doctor. I had to literally resuscitate Asia for Asia, the, the world wouldn't end. And then on top of it, me coming here, I had a choice to make. It was either come here and almost die. It was a chance that might have died. Another person was looking at it like I might have died. I knew I wasn't gonna die. I was like, I was gonna recover, but I was letting individuals know that, all right, I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm the real Most High. I let certain individuals know at the time. I was like, listen, I'm the real Almighty. I'm the real Most High. When certain things happen, you gotta have to be real responsible because I can't die on this planet. I'm too important, and what's about to happen to me, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna show you that I'm the Most High, and then I literally came back in life. And then the person wondered, how did the individual do it? I didn't come back through my empress. None of my empresses on any planet. I literally came back by myself. Like a person says, what are you speaking about? Listen, even if they filtered out my wife's human condition, I'm higher than my wife. My wife is inside of me. I can't come back in my wife. The only way I could come in somewhere is unless I entered a certain type of way myself. You know? And what I did something. I came back at a point in time, and then I got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I got hurt, and I entered, and I got hurt. When I entered, I got hurt. I had to revive my wife. A person says, what are you speaking about? Well, another person, during the Galactical War, they tried to hit my wife a certain type of way. And for me to save my wife's life, they tried to finger jab my wife. So for me to save my wife's life at the time, this is why I'm avid white, because during the time, let me explain something to you. Let me just go outside for a second. This is a real important information that I'm about to tell you. Another person doesn't know this type of information. Another person didn't know what's going on, and I'm telling you something. I'm telling you something very important that other people didn't even know for themselves. So only people that really knew this information at the time is going to realize what's really going on. After they hit my wife with the finger jab, protecting my son and shit, the reason why I entered the first time, because another person was running, my son was learning a form of martial arts, and they decided that was a time they were going to kill my legacy and lineage a certain type of way, because they wanted to overthrow my son while he was on the throne, and didn't realize that I was still around and stuff. And I was educating my son when it came to his martial arts to little funny things happen a little certain type of way. I gotta go through my pocket because of all the little fucking keys and everything I have in my hand, and then another person's doing some funny physics somewhere because they're scared of what I'm about to tell you. They don't want me telling you, so they try to make situations nervous to certain things. Another person wants to run and probably beat me to somewhere to go lie about something a certain type of way. So, people that do a little funny fucking magic and the physics and stuff. But I'm telling you, bro, so it's live, so I don't care. I'm telling you about it. But anyway, when they tried to kill my son, when I entered for my son, I'm the real Abbott White right here, but when I entered for my son and stuff, doing the martial arts, because you could watch me in Ninja Hunter. When I entered for my son, doing martial arts and stuff, an individual wondered, because another person's watching an old movie, wondering about certain things a certain type of way at a time. And I'm not worried about the situation because I can handle niggas a certain type of way. But I entered for my son in a movie called, it's snowing outside right now. So I entered for my son in a movie called Ninja Hunters and stuff. And when I entered and stuff, they were trying to hit him with a finger jab. So I blocked it the first couple times for him. Like, yo, listen, every time one of them didn't master it yet, I just entered, handled the situation, and kept it moving. Or I try to redo it something a certain type of way just to make sure, because the way certain things happen in the paradigm dealing with the Galactic War and a time sequence that wasn't supposed to be played at a certain time. Because it's like, you ever had children, you tell them, yo, listen, don't don't watch that, go do your homework. And the children comes and he does something, acknowledges something, and then you look at the child like, why did you just watch that? And a man, me knowing the Pacific humane condition and the science of the education, I knew it was a real danger at the time, so I had to literally go somewhere and handle situations and stuff. So I came back, I handled the situation. I did the iron golden body so they wouldn't be able to hurt my son in the physical reality. What ended up happening, somebody ended up playing the situation, and he tried to enter and do the situation again. And in the movie, because in the original movie of, the movie with Abbott White, me, Abbott White, I never got beat in the movie. Individuals tried to hit me a certain type of way, and then, I didn't get beaten. You had to see how the original real movie went. But then there was the one with my son that I let be played a certain type of way because his negligence a certain type of way, and I know how he get down, so I know he can handle him. So I just let I let it go a certain type of way. But it lets you know, if you don't know, I'm the real Levi that was controlling the film industry at the time. So when the individuals came, I let a certain situation play a certain type of way for an individual to see something for himself, because just in case something happens to me, for they could learn it, but they couldn't see the whole original film a certain type of way. So when the individuals went in and stuff to go handle the situation, I'm the head of the Ninja Galaxy, right? So, when individuals, literally the one that made the Ninja Galaxy. So, and when individuals went in, an individual just kept on, just went all about a situation and stuff, and then the nigga ended up getting hurt a certain type of way because an individual tried to acknowledge where he needed to regard himself at. So when that happened, I was like, individuals need to really pay attention to certain things. So I'm gonna go handle the situation. So I went and you see, you see other niggas waiting for a time and shit just to do funny things like it's something different. And yo, listen, this is why niggas is getting murdered. You see the little stupid shit that individuals is doing, like the little things that's happening a certain type of ways. Not even this. I could look around if if I saw. Matter of fact, hold on. Well, like I said, certain things are not even supposed to be around me. Once individuals come identify me and they see me around me, they're gonna take a look around the scenario place. Certain things a certain type of way, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because another person's gonna look and say, "There's a nigga walk outside. Why was this here? What was this about? What was this about?" They're gonna ask all type of questions a certain type of way, and the individual's got the answer. No, here you go again. Nigga don't got nigga trying to beam like he was a gunshot from far away and shit. Nigga, look at the situation. What was that doing there? What was that doing there? What was that doing there? What was the reason for that? Another nigga, he ain't going here. It's just like you don't even say nothing at the top. This is whatever happens, gonna happen. another nigga, a nigga like, oh really? Oh, you thought he was gonna go down like that? Because niggas have to pay attention to it. Yo, listen, you have individuals at the top. If a man's being negligent in the humane condition of an astrological tree and shit, oh, yo, these niggas is funny, man. Oh, look. Is it? Fire head ringing, you hearing other people at certain other places barking, another person doing something. Pre-prime chance niggas got murdered for type of things like this. you think it's a joke? Yo, listen, I tell you, I'm the head of the calendar of pre-prime chance. Them niggas really got murdered for type of things like this. The things I'm telling you, my nigga, these niggas got murdered. You see the little truck, black truck backing in all type of situations a certain type of way. It's just because of what I was watching on television with C-SPAN just now. A chick was speaking. She was like, "Yo, do you think you funded the educational system so and so? How you dealing with people's financials because other people want money? So are you gonna pull so and so?" I looked at the chick and said, "Yo, listen." On C-SPAN, I said, "How long has she been alive, getting financed? And listen, I own this planet. How long have you been financed by the government and other individuals and my caretakers of my land because I'm the one that pays the credit for individual survival and the one that really gives the nourishment for individuals to survive on this planet. So, an individual, you telling me I own our planet, for real. You tell me I don't, and then you'll see how serious situations get. You know what I'm saying? Another person, you could think you overthrew me. You killed yourself already, but when I hear things like that, I know there's certain situations happening seriously in other places because another planet is gonna literally give out its atmosphere. There won't be no atmosphere. There won't be no gravitational pull for individuals the way a planet will collapse itself because another person dishonors the reason of the dignity of the planet. Once you tell me something wrong a certain type of way, you don't got listen, people had to come check me and I put myself before, back in the days, in ancient times, I had put myself in a jail and the planet almost went crazy just because I made a decision and stuff. Now, imagine if I go put myself somewhere and I start making certain decisions a certain type of way. You'll be finished. You think it's a joke? Oh, alright. So anyway, so you'll find out how nice individuals are. I'm the real nice. So now, now I'm gonna show you how real this is. Now imagine an individual. Yeah. Whatever you feeling, bro, another person's already getting it. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry to hear that, man. I'm just sorry. It don't matter to me. I'm okay. A person said, "Oh, it hurt me more than it hurt you." I feel it, but yo, too bad. You know, I'm the type of nigga. If I was sleeping somewhere, I would have got up and been like, "Oh man, gotta run over there and go ahead and what?" Now it's like, oh, really? Since you like being on drugs, we just say it was a drug thing. So, I just be real with you. I don't give a fuck about no terrorism, my nigga. I never been no terrorist. I own this planet for real. Like this is why your education for the astrological empress can manifest in the physical reality could be my wife for the human condition of this earth. If you too scared for that, you try to manipulate and tell some other shit, then you just gotta be a stupid nigga because now if my wife telling me like she gonna do something old crazy shit, listen, that Jet Li situation that happened on the other planet ain't happening here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that out your mind, bro. For real. So, you know what I'm saying? Another person tried to kill the ice galaxy. You know, the only reason why the ice galaxy is surviving is because I'm alive. The ice galaxy would even be able to maintain its natural orbit or axis or even have the condition for its weather, for the natural environment, for the reasons of their existence. Because another person says, why is the ice galaxy called the ice galaxy? For a reason for their humane condition of some sacred science, dependent for their own regardment of themselves. Don't try to go fuck that up. Yo, man, listen, bro. You know, another person will tell you there's some ice cube or something, you can melt them down, do all types of shit, and then you end up real stupid after that by the same person you thought you melted down. For real. Anyway, I'm real nice, my nigga. So, another person, your man can't do it like me. I'm gonna be real. And when I say like, I don't mean, I mean that it's a form of being cocky. And it's a difference in my physical reality. You know? So, I'm just gonna be real. So, other individuals play the sequence anyway. I'm not gonna speak about certain things anymore. Another person played the sequence, and my son had to go recover. So when I entered, I had to come make sure America was okay in this planet because the injury that was going to be done to this planet and the high astrological emphasis. So the points of enlightenment to certain orbit rotations to the planet, to its natural axis, celestial axis, I had to go to so many different planets at a time just to make sure the planets was okay. So I covered it in a situation a certain type of way. So if something happened, individuals would be able to be recovered and they don't have to worry about their planet plummeting because I saved planets. I saved the whole, I saved more than one galaxy all in one shot. Going through all type of situations a certain type of way, and then on top of it, for their survival, individuals gotta play a fucking sequence to revive their anatomy. Now, if one of those individuals at a time goes against me, then too bad for you, bro. I don't gotta be there. I don't gotta be a certain place at any type of way. Individuals to be sneaky rats You know, because their magic is serious. They turn into little sneaky rats. They go in the other room, playing little television, playing little recordings here, playing all recordings here, all the recordings there, or this person. I'm not gonna feel sorry for no fucking body because something happened to me. Somebody did something wrong, and they didn't honor me a certain type of way. That's how shit happened to them. If they would have honored me, that shit would have never happened to them. Guaranteed, I know what I'm speaking about. But anyway, man. And then everybody want to act like, oh, this, that. I don't know, fuck, so man. You know what time it is? Oh, you know what? Oh, 8:55. Oh, you know what a nigga did? Yo, listen. Let me tell you what this individual did, right? Yo, I knew this dude. Oh, let me lock my door. I knew this dude that used to sit down all day and just go play. You know, he used to be athletic and stuff. But you know, I used to play football also. So he went just so had responsibilities. He sat down, drank coffee, started doing all type of things wrong to his anatomy, and his anatomy was on a high level. So what he did, he tried to plot against me, saying that I did something at a time because that was going to be his excuse to tell his family certain things because he didn't want his family to know that he started doing other things like he started sexing other people in other astrological trees. He started having unhumane sex, and then he was marrying other people's astrological trees, and then doing all type of wrong humane conditions to his physical, and then people wondered why did that happen. So when I got there, I had to discipline his physical reality for when it happened. Just like when they finger jabbed my wife doing the martial arts, I had to go handle a situation. You know, if somebody finger jab you, another person. You ever seen another person got to hit you with a certain type of finger jabs at certain places, and nobody knows those pressure points because I never showed nobody because another person shouldn't be able to recover their natural life if another person got the finger jab them. That means they must have done something that's very serious, and that wouldn't be anybody just doing that. It would have been somebody on a high conscience knowing a certain type of martial arts that was a person of real honor. So that means if they did that, a person has to go find out what you hit the person with the finger jab, what was that about? And only certain people knew that, so that had to happen for a reason. So when it happened a certain type of way, another person was learning the martial arts at the time, and there was a war that happened, so I had to go save my wife. It was literally my wife that got passed out, so I had to go to her finger jab. I was like, and nobody peeped it, so I was just stood around, and I just kept it moving and stuff. But because I did that, I had to go make sure the situation. But because my son wasn't able to hold down a certain situation, I was gonna get hit a certain type of way. But I was already tired. I've done built so many plants. I did so much stuff and things. I was like, yo, listen, man, just go on a little vacation. That's all it is. But now, Daddy, how you doing? you know. I go back in the Ice Galaxy. I made the Ice Galaxy before the Zodiac. I'm the reason of the Ice Galaxy existing. Then the Zodiac is for my children. Y'all don't know nothing about no dogs, bro. You know, my wife is, and something, and then outside. But anyway, man, another person being a little funny, doing certain things because their own little rebellion, they doing certain things a certain way, and a person has to always be precise and on point. So, anyway, I had to hit my wife with the finger jab, because I had to save her life. She was about to pass out, and she was about to die. Like, you ever seen somebody drink some poison just because some die, they're gonna die at a certain time, certain thing happens, so a nigga had to, and then I just grabbed my wife and I was out. you know? And then my wife woke up. I'm like, oh man, she thought she would have woke up like some scumbag would have been all between her legs and shit. None of that, because I made sure I had to have her literal empress that educated her with me for that type of situation because the situation that happened to her. So I had the real empress was with me, and then handle her situation. So she had to make sure certain things, And then when she woke up, she, you know, after she seen the Empress, she realized when I came out, she was like, oh my God, this is, yeah, I'm going, oh my God, don't worry about it. There was a lot of other situations that happened, but I ain't gonna speak about it. But this is what you need to know if you're really somebody that want to know what's going on. So all your little people that's in the other rooms whispering and spying on me because they want to act like me, you find out, man. Man, another person smoking and drinking all day, fucked other bitches, fucked up another person who made conditions, and then when the stars went to go find out who fucked them up a certain type of way in points of reflection, because a man was putting hands on other people a certain type of way, and wasn't a higher being. The only way an individual could put a hand on somebody was they're a higher being. And another person, you know, it's just like, I don't even gotta tell you. You know, Mother Moore is my wife, and that she was my child. It's supposed, you see how it says board? It's supposed to say social education. It says board though, but you know. You know, somebody else doing something, you know, regarding what other people say.
Gentle, still small voice, and we have to be susceptible and open to hearing it. And it can come to you. I remember the story about Thomas Merton, the monk. He was a Trappist monk, lived at Gethsemane Abbey in Kentucky. So one day he was out in Louisville, Kentucky, just walking on a street, and he came to the street corner of 4th and Walnut, a very famous story. And while he was just standing on the street corner, people were passing by 4th and Walnut.
You know, people did also wanted me to change the way I look because the way they want to overthrow the dignity and signatures. So, you know. They hating, yo, there's so much people hating the fact that I remember that. No, see, shut up, bitch. I ain't gonna know what the fuck, man.
That wouldn't be wrong.
Anyway, have a wonderful life. Loved one. A lot of people don't need to know what's going on with me.
Former Akron NFL career, Frank Robert Saba. Posthumous honors were given to Elvis Presley, Babe Ruth, and Anthony Scalia.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
What did I just tell you? As I'm speaking in physics, huh?
The Honorable Orrin G. Peck.
It's a wonderful thing to show you that an individual accomplished a certain dealing with marketing and trade just for individual survival in their social economic system and being given a medal at a time. Ain't that wonderful, man?
On behalf of the Honorable Antonin Scalia, Mrs. Wynn. It is offensively stupid and petty and immature and football white. And that you can pull lines like that, not even be a pro. Joey.
You do more than those because well, 291 has to be made.
Another one. No.
I want to pick up the business
No. She got it.
You need the terabytes. And mine. We got it? No. Oh, right. The new Galaxy Note 9 has got more power than you need. Until you need it. My mother's used me as a child.
Another person just try to shoot me, and then try to manipulate the physical reality and shit. And on top of it, in the physics.
Put alcohol on it. And here we are. The Big Bang Theory. Tomorrow at 9 on CBS.
Let's keep it right here for what matter of fact.
Hey, just cut it. How about I show you what real? This is just unreal.
Niggas just back down. Niggas just back down. Niggas just back down Picard. Niggas getting at Xavier right now. Yeah, how much you want to believe this? How much you want to believe this? You want to see something? I just told you this is back down Captain Picard from Star Trek, right? If I told you they were getting at Xavier at a certain time, you want to see? Alright, hold on. Let's see what. Let's see. Let's go to the next channel I went to. I'm not strong. I'm actually strength. You're saying strong. Another person doesn't know the difference in to certain things. I said strength. You know, you better learn your vocabulary. You better hear my pronunciation. Yo, man, these are Aaron like just fucking up Earth in reality. I just want to be a part of people's magic a certain type of way in the physical to manipulate them and sit there with the emperor and fucking individuals. No, because that's what causes identity theft on a level of physics. Children are not supposed to be wild when it comes to certain emotions, especially when I'm recovering, bruh. Clash of the Titans, huh? You know, I just got rid of certain empresses the other day too. So there's gonna be a shortage of certain things. When you want to see it, I can make it happen, and on top of it, there'll be a shortage at the top. So I'm not even worried about the situation. I'm just gonna wait.
Cedric, they asked me to bring you bloody.
Bye bye.
Selfish. It's become something sick and perverted. Shut it down. Shut it all down. Hey, you're the boss.
You notice my position's outside making a decision, right? And I'm still inside of it. You know, if they were viewing what was going on, you know, inside, and I'm outside, right? You're scared now. Look at that.
Relax, Tracy. It's just a show. This is not a show. Familyland is now a prison. You will die here. God, look at that. This is definitely a show.
Hey, but there's a difference. Something happened, right? He said, I'm surviving, baby. He said, oh my God, the bunny killed me, baby. He said, the bunny, oh shit! He just put the bunny having on shit. He was playing what? Listen, the whore bitch. I wanna be sexy. The one the reason why I just stopped. The one the reason why I just go. I'm just fucking fine. Good for you. That's why I left the last time. Oh, that's that was good. What? Another type of thing. I don't want. I just told you I don't want a partner. I don't want nothing to do with that type of situation.
Black Friday deal can save $600 on a Maytag washer and dryer pair.
Black Friday, yeah. Lord. Look who caught me. Oh, somebody on a laptop shut it down, huh? Shut it all down. Try to shut down the system from inside. He trapped up the system and shit. she sold things to other people that wasn't supposed to have other things. People want to destroy this earth because of this stupid bitch because of this stupid bitch and her fucking family on Big Bang Theory. Stink. Well, I told you, is it the stupid situation? Is it the one that did it? Show me, yes or no. Shake the head, yes or no, if it's the one that caused it. I want to see it. I want to really see it.
All while providing 24/7 roadside assistance. And that's why we say insurance plus insurance equals total protection.
Told you. Big Bang Theory, right? There's a needed to sell your home. There's a lot of money. Hey, bro. Don't know what to tell you, bro. Another person wonders how to hear other people's stupidity, bro. I'm a man very well educated. You know, another person doesn't mean nothing. You know something? I make sure my phone never gets lost and nobody ever steals my phone. Make sure of this. The system has to make sure even the police can't even touch my phone. That's how real this is. Love one.
We're the $5 lineup with the best size for your Jeep. Each get 2 or more $5 each. No one outshoots the